Hi guys, and welcome back to another fantastic, wonderful episode of Diary of an Inner Fat Girl. Today I am focused on everyone's favorite, well actually not everyone, but my favorites, sweets. So one of my favorites that I'm making today is a healthy apple crumble with a nice vanilla cream sauce. Instead of custard. And so here we go. So what I want to do is I'm going to introduce you to all of our ingredients. So first of all, we have sugar replacement. So that's like a granulated stevia. Some people use Splenda, whatever your preference is. I've got some cinnamon. I've got some honey. I've got some vanilla extract. We have a little bit of butter. We have some sea salt. We have walnuts and we have pecans. And I chose them because that's kind of, I feel like they give a very appley, rustic flavor to them. We have our 2 cream sauces, and we have some some cream cheese, and that's going to be our vanilla sauce. And of course, we have our apples, which we need for our apple pie. So what I would say is I'm going to put up the caloric value intake for 1 serving. So everything we're doing here is for 1 serving. So for example, if you wanted to make for 10 people, you would multiply it by 10, basically. So what I did was, well, I just boiled the apples with water. And I went ahead and added some salt. I added some sugar, some cinnamon, some honey, and I put a little bit of butter. And so I've let that boil for a while because I wanted it to be soft, and I just also didn't want to waste time. It probably boiled for about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, just so the apples are soft. So we have our pre-cooked apples, basically. And so what we've done is we've just poached them, put them in some water. We've added our cinnamon, we've added our sugar, a little bit of sugar replacement, a little bit of honey, salt, very important, a little bit of butter, and a little bit of vanilla extract. So it should look something like this. And what you'll find is you don't need to put too much water. It will thicken up by itself. So now that that's being salted, I'm just going to leave that to cook a little longer, and we're going to go ahead and make our crumble. So the first thing that you're going to need for your crumble is a food processor and or blender, or you could crush them by hand, I guess, if you want to. So I'm going to use 1 cup of pecans, okay? Then we have 1 cup of walnuts, and we go ahead and throw that in there. Now, the next important ingredient we're going to put in there is a little bit of salt. Salt in dessert is usually like the key. So I'm just going to put a little bit of salt, okay? I'm going to put some cinnamon, and I'm going to do a close-up because I want you to see the amount that I put in, okay? I've got me sugar, okay? And I'm going to cover it up. And this, you're going to blend until it's quite granularly. And also, you decide how you like your crumble. I don't want mine too chunky, but I don't want mine too fine. So go, go, go. Easy or higher. Yeah. See? I got a workout in, and I got my crumble ready. I'm just joking. So let me show you how it's gonna look. So this is how the crumble looks. You're nice and granularly. So now what I'm gonna do, very important, is I'm gonna taste it, okay? Delicious. So now our apples are ready, our crumble is ready, and I'm just gonna bring out the dish, so we're gonna plate everything. I have one of these little foil containers. This is something I know we have in Nigeria and you can buy because people usually use it to make moi moi or party packs, whatever. So I use these little mini containers, and I am a greedy girl, so I am gonna have all this for myself. If I was having a party, I would give each person one of these. But honestly, it's 1 serving, but you could divide it into 2. Sometimes I can't really finish it, if I'm honest, but at least I give myself the option. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of butter in a paper towel and butter our pan. We just wanna do that to make sure that the apples do not stick to our pan. The second thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna take our apples and we're gonna pour it into our pan. Now this is the equivalent of about 1 apple, and I wouldn't recommend doing more than that, you know, per serving, because you don't want to, you know, just don't want to be greedy. But to be honest with you, if you want more apples, it is fruit, so you can go ahead and do all of them. So now that we have the apples sitting nicely in our pan, the next step is to put the crumble on top. All right, and I'll just use a tablespoon, and I literally just crumble this. I did kind of not make it up, I kind of did a little trial and error, but I do want to give a special shout out to Honey Frosting, because she actually inspired me. She started making healthy desserts for me, but I realized that, you know, I wanted to learn how to make it, you know, even when I don't order from her. But for those people who are looking for somewhere in Nigeria who knows how to make healthier desserts, I would definitely reach out to Honey Frosting. She's super dope, and she inspired me because she used to make this for me. All right, so I have covered, and you can see that I didn't even end up using anywhere near the 2 cups. You can see how much is left. So you can actually, these 2 cups would probably serve about 4 people. And so really, if you're calculating and you're putting it into MyFitnessPal, I'm thinking you could probably put 1/4 cup mixed of both almonds and pecans, or 1/2 cup mixed, as opposed to 2 separate cups. And so this is how your apple crumble will look at the end, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, and we're gonna let it cook for about 15 minutes. If not that, it might not even be that, but I just like my crumble to be nice and crunchy. So we'll get back to you, and I'll do a taste test. But actually, while I put it in the oven, I'm gonna make a cream sauce, because I'm a big custard ice cream girl, but obviously I'm not trying to ruin the health by putting a whole bunch of custard on top of it. So I'm gonna show you how to make like a healthy alternative sauce. And so what I did was I put in 1 container of this. This is the equivalent of about 1 cup into the pan. And then here is cream cheese. I definitely won't use this much because it's high in fat. For those of us who enjoy eating keto, you can go ahead and enjoy yourself. But as I said, if it fits into your macros, blah, 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 blah. I don't really wanna get complicated with it, but I'm only gonna use 1/2, okay? And put that in there too, and start mixing. I'm gonna put a bit of vanilla, and I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar. And basically what I'm gonna do is, while it's heating up, I'm gonna slowly mix it up, okay? And break up the cream cheese, because the cream cheese is the thicker factor in the sauce. Almost the same way you would like a custard powder, because you don't want it to get clumpy. In this case, I'm just trying to break up the clumps. And I'm just gonna keep mixing until it gets a little thicker. So we're back with the final stages, my favorite part, which is time to taste the food. So you saw how our apple crumble came out fantastic. Our vanilla sauce, which I'm gonna pour right now on top. Delicious, delicious. So we are gonna try our food. So here we go. Well, this part is nice and crunchy, so I'll take there. A little bit of apples with the crumble. Okay, ready?
Did you see what I done? Came in a black Benz, left in a white one. I'm just a hoodlum, I came in my bones, some niggas wanna try some.
You guys, that came out so delicious. I loved it. It tastes so good. I'm gonna have a little bit more. So you guys, the apple crumble's dope, is what I'm trying to say. So stick with me, cook like me, and we are gonna slay. We are gonna look fantastic, and we're gonna enjoy our food. It's so important, like even if you're trying to lose weight, even if you're trying to maintain your weight, that you enjoy what you eat. So I just wanna encourage you guys, try these recipes out. They're really simple. This is all together from start to finish. I think it's about a 30-minute situation, which is not bad at all. You would wait 30 minutes if you were to order from, you know, a dessert place that was gonna deliver. You'd wait more than that. So you might as well do this, cut your calories, and also keep your stomach on flat, Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, you can DM us, actually. DM us on Instagram, follow us on Snapchat, and follow us on Instagram as well, and follow our YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much, and I really hope that you remember that your body is a temple of God. We only got one of them. You got to take care of it. Take care and enjoy.
Fitfam.